Guys, sometimes it's sad to screen fail patients. Gracia, you work very hard for
For nothing.
for how long? Weeks?
For a month.
And
Then he screen failed.
you feel sad.
Yeah, I'm gonna cry.
But
All my hard
tomorrow's
work.
another day.
Yeah, another patient, another screen fail.
And was the patient upset about being screen failed?
A little bit, yeah.
But sometimes it just doesn't work no matter what you do. And it's for their own safety.
Yes, safety's first.
Now Jaime is logging into a platform.
Yes, so that he could document everything that happened in today's visit and why he doesn't qualify.
Guru Nation, thank you so much for watching. Today was a day that a lot of coordinators can relate with. We had a patient screen fail at the very last possible visit for a study where you've got to jump through a lot of hoops, as you've seen here before I came on. Grecia was talking about it, and you can see the frustration there, but tomorrow's another day. You always get more screenings. Some of these studies are tough, but in this particular case, we had a patient who didn't pass the ECG, and they didn't have any issues with it at the first visit, but at the second one, it showed critical results, and we documented everything. We referred him to the ER. Patient refused to allow us to call an ambulance. He said he's going to take him himself, but it just goes to show you that you never can count on enrolling. Like every time you randomize a patient, just say a prayer, whatever you believe in, be grateful because it's very difficult to get patients. It's a lot of work that goes into screen failing patients. And this is this particular study, we're actually only paid 3 screen failures for every one randomized. And this would have been our second randomized, and we already have more screen failures than that ratio. And so, it's kind of was done for free. And it's one of the things in research that is not discussed enough. It's the screen fail rate. And it's the site's way of having skin in the game. I talked with Joel White today, who's the best, by far, the best CRO financial analyst in the game. And he talked about how this new generation of CROs are like, they have skin in the game. And now some site networks are able to have quote unquote skin in the game with the sponsors. And there are some economies of scale to where you can offer those kind of things. But there are some things that I don't think are scalable. And unfortunately, sponsors can't do much with screen fails either. But there's a lot of work that goes into screen fails. It's not just free and it's not just easy to screen fail patients. Like this was tough. This one was one that hurt. And when you're negotiating your contracts and budgets, make sure you look at that screen fail ratio. No matter how many studies you've done, it's very difficult to predict on any trial what your ratio is going to be. And I don't know any sites that actually do a good job of this, or at least my own. It's all over the place. Generally, your screen fail ratio is going to be a lot worse than you think it's going to be. And when the sponsor is warning you ahead of time that there's a high screen fail rate, I would probably add another 25% on top of it. So ultimately, you start figuring it out. This is still early in the study for us, but it doesn't feel any better nonetheless. So just wanted to make this quick video for you guys and let you know that yes, a lot of work goes into screen fails just as much as it goes into randomized because once the patient's randomized, it actually becomes easier. The study kind of becomes on autopilot. You start looking for their protocol compliance, you start looking for safety of the labs and the other assessments, but the hard part is basically over. And the hard part really is inclusion exclusion criteria and getting them randomized. Not to say the work doesn't stop, and you certainly get compensated fairly for it in research, but you can argue that the screen failures, especially when you have a ratio that's less than favorable for your site, you're essentially doing this work for free at this point. So tomorrow's another day, like I said in the video, and just thought I would document this one because this one really affected the coordinator a lot more than probably any screen fail she's dealt with. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Shout out to all you coordinators out there. Keep fighting the good fight. Bye bye.